Sorry, nothing.
Ah, everyone's favorite game. I'm surprised more people didn't suggest this, honestly.
Super Mario 3D World? Yeah, I know, it's weird, huh?
Super Mario 3D World!
Okay, but not actually.
That's later.
Hey all, this is JDH64 with EarthBound by popular demand.
Was it popular demand?
By at least 2 people's demand.
Well, it still counts.
Because at the end of the day, there's one vote that matters. No, like, there were as many votes for it as anything else in the poll. Oh, let's not suspend point. How do I reset? Whoops, that's not it. I have to tap. That's right, it disabled the ability to go to that menu via Z buttons, because I did that too many times on accident.
Oh yeah, I always the Z buttons opening up the.
Hello. Did I, like, did Discord crash?
Yeah, you dipped for like a second there.
Yeah. Don't know what happened there.
It was the static screen, wasn't it? This
Yeah.
guy like effect.
I love this screen. It has nothing to do with the rest of the
I know.
game. But it's, like, the best.
This cover in Fourth Side from Melee paints such a false expectation for this game.
Yeah.
Not that it's like incorrect, it just kind of is blowing what happens out of proportion. Like, this game does have aliens, but not to that extent.
Yeah, you'd be playing Beginnings if you want more aliens, I suppose.
This is like this is that weird in-between with a lot of SNES games did, where it's like it's both a sequel but also sort of a reimagining of the original NES version. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean, like,
both. It's like both.
like, the very loose depiction of the plot isn't too much different, but, like, all of the specifics are, like, way out of left field compared to the original game.
Oh, for sure. Well, to some extent. I mean, the first city is going to have... Wait, no, what am I saying? That's later.
It gets progressively weirder, at the very least.
I was gonna say the first city has gang members too, but no, that was way later in Beginnings.
Yeah, and I suppose
Never
Beginnings did have you borrowing a tank from an old army vet. So
Yeah.
I don't know how realistic that game was either.
Yeah, this is one of my... Would I call this one of my favorites? Personal favorites? I probably would. I like this game a lot.
HBO.
I'm always bouncing between this and Mother 3, which one I like more, because I feel like there are plenty of reasons one would like this game over Mother 3.
Alright, that's enough of that. Let's just jump in here. I don't know where I was. I'm sure we won't see any spoilers.
Level 82. That could actually be a very wide margin, depending on
Depends on
if
how
you went
long
after
you're...
the Sword of Kings.
Yeah, exactly.
You could either be at the last area, or you could be, like, a good deal before them. Depends what you do.
I'm boring. We'll do standard names for these.
That's fair.
Your pet that appears all of once. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what I picked last time.
Favorite homemade food? It's... Well, there's a few I would put in here if it weren't limited to, like, 5 or 6 characters.
Yeah, I probably said chili last time. Doesn't really make all that much a difference. We'll go with the canonical.
The default is steak, but I can't imagine why that would be anybody's favorite food.
steak is one of those things. It's like I enjoy it when I have it, but like I can go months without like thinking about it.
Yeah. I can't even say I enjoy it that much, but I've also, like, quote unquote, never had a good steak anyway.
Like, a decent steak is a good meal, in my opinion, but it's just like, it's expensive. It's not a thing I can do in my apartment, and it's not something I need to have.
Yeah.
The prequel
Depends
to
on
Mega
the sides,
Man,
I guess.
1990X.
So, like, this is why you could call it a sequel to Beginnings, because it technically takes place, like, 10-ish years later. Because the first game was in the 80s, and now we're in the 90s. Not that I was really alive to know the cultural changes that happened between the 80s and the 90s, but
And not like there's a huge...
I would call this a very 90s. I would call this a very 90s game, like, if that makes sense.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
I mean, this game has puke enemies. I think that's pretty 90s.
Hey, Radix. I've played the first game. I have never played Mother 3, because it does not exist. And because I didn't want to spoil the experience playing it on an emulator with audio lag. One of these days I'll probably stream it, now that I could probably load it onto my 3DS and capture it from that.
Like, you just want me to lend you my cartridge? Quote-unquote cartridge.
Well, it wouldn't fit in a 3DS. Oh,
Not with
right.
that attitude.
I forget. We're playing an old RPG. It took till Mother 3 for them to figure out, you know, maybe if you hit the A button, it can do the reasonable thing.
Well, there is a button for that. It's like the L button.
Yeah, which I mean, like, L's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I like RPGs that have, like, one-handed control schemes. You don't actually need to talk to your mother here, which is kind of funny. It's like, you change your clothes, but this doesn't really do anything.
Beep. It's probably been since, I think, late 2014 since I played this game, so bear with me if I completely don't remember how anything goes in terms of plot progression.
This game does have those weird, like, how to get rid of this roadblock moments. I wouldn't say too many. The only one I can never tend to remember is, like, the Forsyth Theater stuff.
Oh, let's see what our status is. It is 2. But it's 4 experience from being higher.
Everybody starts with these base stats.
Ah, I'm not a telepath.
No, you just, like, talk to animals. Just everybody can do that, I guess.
I mean, like, you're not gonna spoil me. I played the game before.
Yeah, this isn't a blind playthrough.
Mother 3 wouldn't be blind either. I've definitely seen a full playthrough of it.
What do you call a half-blind playthrough?
Hey, I've never done this before, so I could be doing things totally wrong playthrough.
What do you call a playthrough where I've learned a lot of it from, like, Smash Brother trophies and such?
I'm blind,
'Cause
except
honestly, I feel
except
like
for
there's
all the
been few
main plot
games.
points.
That was me with a couple, at least a couple games.
I mean,
Ocarina of Time, to name one.
to be fair,
That's like an obvious one, but
I guess Super Metroid and Breath of the Wild weren't technically blind playthroughs when I played them either, because, like, I know what the final boss is, but does that really make that much a difference in those games? It's all about playing it in that case.
yeah, for sure. I could argue that about a lot of games, because it's like, I played Mother 3 when I knew the whole game, honestly, but just playing it through was still a very valuable experience.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think I'd watched full playthroughs of all 3 games before playing any of them. Or at the very least the first two.
Something journey is the destination and all that.
Yeah, yeah. Liar, exaggerate. Different from usual. Is this a common occurrence?
Pretty big. Most meteorites just sort of burn up. Pretty sure rubbernecking involves you having to drive. This is absolutely a game where it's worth going out of your way just to talk to people for the heck of it.
Sure. I'm trying to remember if when I did the EarthBound Beginnings playthrough, if I found the person that's like supposedly gives you gameplay hints, and if you refuse, they just disappear from the game, like right in front of you. They're just like, well, in that case, I'm gone.
I don't remember. I don't remember that actually.
Somewhere outside the Rosemary Manor.
They literally just vanish.
Yeah, they're just like, and with that, I'm gone. Foof.
Guess you don't need me. Well, there's not much to talk about. We went up there, and then they just told us to go away, so... Later that night.
Mr. Hintman, oh yeah. He is technically a thing.
Yeah, the hint guy supposedly has some, like, funny dialogue lines, but I've never really seen those.
I wanna know, like, who composed the soundtrack of Random Knocks?
That, like, music that plays when he first enters, you could apply that to so many things.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
Let's blow this popsicle stand also sounds pretty 90s to me.
I should probably equip said cracketed bat. I forget that's a thing that one needs to do. Because this
Apparently
is an RPG
Tracy
and all that.
Apparently Tracy is the bigger baseball fan if Ness isn't the one with the bat in his room.
This is a fair point. Maybe it was my birthday tomorrow and I wasn't supposed to know about it yet.
Does she dispense free orange juice? I think there is a way to get a cookie if you talk to her, but only one.
What?
What's funny is that the dog doesn't even have to join you either, I don't think. Oh, that line always gets me, just, yeah, you're cool, whatever. It's just like, alright, you should probably get on with the plot now. Hello, it's your dad. This line has a different meaning for me now.
I'm gonna have to make it a point to never actually close the game. On the off chance that I get Dad interrupting me in the ending sequence.
Hey, he just, like, knows we're about to leave the house.
My father is Wario. Wahaha! I mean, he has untold amounts of money, apparently, so it checks out.
Although Pokey's dad later says that he borrowed money from him.
I mean, you can't tell me that doesn't also sound like a Wario thing.
Hey, Mario, can I borrow 50 coins? Oh, I thought Ness's dad was an invisible snake. Wow,
one battle. Do you always flash when you exit an encounter in this game?
I think so.
I'll try to help a little. Oh, I just got what you meant by invisible snake. Good night.
Yeah.
It's been an age since I thought
really-
about
yeah.
anything from World of Light.
I was gonna say, like, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody's forgotten those already, but
There were a lot of
say what you want about the mode. There were a few things that definitely made me laugh in it, though.
amongst
Few and far between, but
amongst the 900 other fights that I didn't understand the references in.
I liked Big the Cat from Sonic just being a purple Incineroar.
Yeah, that sounds plausible. Incineroar has some really nice alternate costumes in that compared to most of the other Pokemon. Although
This is
18 volts is a bit of a stretch.
Jeez. That one was pretty awful.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you have to do freaking, like, fight Sheriff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good night, the speed. Also, wow, I did
Yeah.
some damage at some point. Wasn't really paying attention.
Like the Spiteful Crow's speed stat is like
50 something.
it is
Absurdly
yeah, it
high.
is very high for this point in the game. But they're always guaranteed to drop a cookie, and this is totally unnecessary, but when I play this game, I max out my inventory on cookies from these guys so that I don't have to put the Soundstone in my inventory for the entire game.
Nice.
I'm getting slightly ahead of myself, but if your inventory is full, the Soundstone will get sent to Tracy, and as long as you don't talk to her specifically, you'll never be forced to get the Soundstone back. It's literally just one inventory space, but it's pretty limited in this game, so I mean, take what you can get.
Yay, one experience. This was definitely worth my time. I totally thought there was a button to, like, just pull up the status in one move. That said, it's not terribly useful.
Isn't it select?
I thought it was. No, that's just this. I mean, I guess that's useful, too. Do you have anything further to
Yeah,
say
6
yet?
HP. I thought I heard a child, but I guess it's probably not worth checking out.
Ah, that would have been nice.
Forgot those could appear here at this point.
Yeah, it does seem a bit early. Well, I hear it now. I want to say I read where, like, if you have a second controller plugged in with the original
You can control
game...
Buzz's sound effects or something?
No, it's like the light beam. You can do weird things with it.
Oh, yeah. It's something with Buzz here, I just don't remember the specifics. It's so obscure, because who would ever plug in a second controller for a SNES RPG?
Just like you can control the camera in the ending credits of Mario 64 with a second
That I
controller.
don't know about. That I didn't know about. I guess to be fair, Secret of Mana was apparently a two-player game, but I never played that one.
The Triforce of Friendship.
Wisdom, courage, and wait, that's not right. This game's going fast. We already got 3 of our 4 party members, right?
I don't know, maybe Buzz is the girl.
True. Those people we named at the beginning, those are just, like, Well, there's just are not important.
Just random NPCs.
Yeah. At least this game is nice enough to give us a general plot synopsis of what's going on, whereas beginning was just sort of like, well, go on, have fun.
Pokey, I don't think is the man in green though, so he's probably not the one we're looking for. Buzz, did you despawn all the enemies? I'd like the experience.
All the enemies are gone once Buzz joins.
Dang it, I thought you were gonna be like a flying man or something. Just one-shot everything.
So he is in spirit.
This is fair.
When you think about what happens to him. Heck, he's even buried next to the bloody things.
Oh no, it's one of the 4 bosses from EarthBound Beginnings.
Thankfully, he does not have an insta-kill move. Thank God. Although he would, technically, if Buzz wasn't programmed to use PSI Shield. A good demonstration of why shields are good in this game, though, specifically PSI shields, because they completely just invalidate certain PSI moves.
Yeah. What is it?
You don't take half damage from it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just half damage from everything in the other game.
Yeah. In both the other games, actually. But in this game, it's literally just... If it's freeze, fire, or rockin', it gets disintegrated. Lightning still goes through it, though. Which is weird, but
At
whatever.
the expense of having, like, a really low accuracy, if I remember correctly.
The accuracy for Thunder's weird, because it depends on how many enemies are on the field.
Yeah. You'll probably hit something if there's 3 of them. Why am I not auto-fighting?
We gonna go for see if Picky gets the final hit.
The old Luigi killing Queen Bean strat.
How so?
Well, like, if you don't break her crown thing or whatever. Or, like...
Oh.
That he gets to the final hit with, like, a 1-damage hammer.
What, you use Splash Bros Advance and she lives with 1 HP and then go for the hammer?
Yeah, if you got, like, the right amount of attack to do 39 damage with it, that just naturally happens. Or 29. Twas rooted
Now, these
in...
I never remember how like the stat ups work in this game. It's like every like 4-ish levels you'll get like a quote unquote big level up with your stats.
Yeah, I seem to recall Vitality ups your HP by 15 and
Yeah.
other stat...
IQ is 5
yeah,
PP.
Yeah, 5 PP.
Roughly. There's
Like,
variance to
I
all
wanted to
this.
say force. It's like, that's not right. I don't know what most of these stats... Well, no, I guess. Offense, defense, speed, for self-explanatory. Also, I got 3 offense. Wasn't paying attention. Guts is, like, critical hits. Vitality is only a placeholder,
Also, in
basically.
this game, Guts gives you a chance to live with 1 HP from certain attacks. Not all attacks,
so
but
low,
certain
though.
ones.
Like,
Yeah, but it's there.
does IQ do anything other than Jeff stuff?
Nope, it's just magic. It's just magic vitality basically, and Jeff stuff.
And then luck, I assume, is for items hitting or statuses
Yeah,
hitting or something.
certain items use your luck stat for its formulas, namely a lot of Jeffs, which
Yeah.
make them super unreliable, unfortunately. Honestly, the speed stat is usually used in more formulas than luck, I want to say, which is weird.
Yeah, similar to the beginnings in that sense. I should probably lower the arms on this chair so I don't have to bring my arms so far up.
I used to think that was just a street lamp in the corner there.
Yeah, now that
And I
you
was always-
mention it, it kind of looks like
I was
one.
always like, what? I was always like, why did they just put a street lamp in their house?
Is it meant to be like a hat rack?
No, it just looks like a fancy lamp, I guess. Well, I guess it really could have been less. Yeah, I guess to be fair, we didn't ever see him take an actual physical hit. He probably did just have like single digit HP.
Keep you on this earth as long as I feel like it.
Sheesh, where were Pokey's parents out, like, to where it's almost dawn by the time they got back? No problem here.
This is a fair question.
I feel bad for Picky, by the way, because that's the only line he's programmed to say, in, like, for the rest of the entire game. I honestly want to say, in this game's, like, epilogue, after the final boss, he still says that. I want to say that. He probably doesn't, but...
Forgot that this was a thing.
Oh boy, it's everybody's favorite.
Do 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 do.
Are you humming the Doug theme?
Tch. And Ness sleeps
This is one
the
of my
entire first day.
Yeah. Oh, nobody said we were in a hurry.
Like, we got 10 years.
This is one of my favorite songs in this game, though, by the way, like Ness's house music, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't just play here, but it's just a super nice rendition of Pollyanna.
It does basically just play here, doesn't it? Maybe in some late game
No,
cutscenes.
Yeah, some like random spots. Like I think it plays in Paula's house later in the game.
Oh, you're right, it might. Well, while we're at it... Oh, but I'm already healed. Dang it, Butterfly, why would you spawn now?
Your options are Butterfly or Crow. Pick wisely.
Yeah, I think I chose poorly. Well, what do you got to steal? If you steal the sound stone, you're probably doing me a favor.
Might put the world in some serious jeopardy, though.
Good thing neither of us can hit each other, apparently.
But this game isn't too different from Beginnings in that you start the game with one character, and the beginning can be honestly pretty rough with some of these early enemies. I don't think it's quite as bad as Beginnings, like, at all, but if you go into it, like, expecting an easy RPG, you might be pretty unpleasantly surprised.
This is not the correct
But, like, that's kind of... That's why I like the EarthBound games, is that they're not just quirky, fun RPGs. Like, I legitimately enjoy their gameplay. Even if it is pretty basic. But I like basic. It's just Dragon Quest. Though what's weird is that Dragon Quest has, like, funnier spell names.
Yeah.
Which I would expect this game to go for, honestly.
Yeah, this game just doesn't even bother having a distinction
life up.
between
Life up.
PSI and PK stuff like the Japanese version does.
Now that I don't know much about. Those differences.
If memory serves, like basically all... What is with that other guy? And how is that a first strike? Come on, man. Just miss. Ah.
But you are facing away.
Do these have 100% cookie drop rate?
Yes, they do.
Use it more. What a slogan. Only maps. Well, sheesh.
To be fair, he doesn't have a library card.
I don't recall them being that
He's
hard
got
to come
he's got
by.
his ATM card. He's got his ATM card, but not his library card with him. I love
Is
this
it-
NPC over here. Just this mask guy.
Is it ever not useless to talk to him?
Not that I know of. No, usually they put the bathrooms on the first floor, but whatever.
Yeah, Triple F played this before.
Kind of funny that the game never actually tells you what the butterflies do. They restore like 20 PP, I think.
Yep, thereabouts. At least they don't go on talking about type effectiveness this whole time.
At least we're not forced to come here. You could skip this entire library for the entire game, and it'd be perfectly. No, no, wait, I'm lying. I'm lying. You do need to come here way later in the game, actually. If you talk to her again, she says, like, be quiet, I'm trying to read.
Hmm.
I'm curious what test she's taking, because she looks like she's, like, a fully grown adult.
Yeah.
So doesn't it play the story music in there for some reason?
Yep. I guess I'll come back and get my baseball cap later.
There it is. I was gonna. Well, you can get it now, but. It's like honestly a lifesaver to pick it up early.
Oh, can you just sort of get around him here? Oh, so you can. Although I can't seem to get through here. Am I doing this wrong?
Up. Up. You just go up.
Oh. I thought it was in that clearing there.
A nice secret, though. Forget what happens if you do come back here with Paula and what he says.
I guess a head counts as an other.
Yeah, the other is like a lot of weird stuff. I can never fully remember which goes where. It's like hats and coins go in other. Don't know how you equip a coin, but whatever.
Pockets are other, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna protect you, but whatever. Magic coins, I guess. Well, that was literally what they were called in EarthBound Beginnings, was like the magic coin, I think.
Did I level up a fourth time at some point? Nope. That 3 offense is just putting in work.
Not quite enough to insta-kill yet, but...
Ah, pfft.
The cars don't hurt you here. That's another game. I like that this game is just telling you that there's just certain foods that are just better, like completely better than others.
Apparently, I just
there's literally no reason to ever buy fries over hamburgers.
Yeah, doesn't really tell you what any of this stuff does, apparently.
No, gotta figure it out the old-fashioned way. Fruit juice and coffee are both like 6-ish HP. Fries is like 20-ish, and burgers like 50.
Yeah.
No, 50.
What do we got here? Well, that doesn't seem useful. At the moment,
I assume drugs are sold here.
And also bats. Maybe I would already afford that.
No, you see, cold remedies are useful because they can also cure sunstroke. Graffiti the dog. I forget the whole story with this thing's name, honestly. I don't remember it.
Yep, that would be enough.
Who are you talking to? Game raises a good question.
It was 48. Oh, bracelets too. I don't know if I'll bother with that just yet.
It is a good, nice little defense increase when you can afford it, though. Especially if you don't know about the Mr. Baseball Cap, because if you just go into Onet with, like, no defensive equipment, you're really just going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
These enemies will just kind of shred you without any defensive equipment. And then you lose half your money. But then, it's like, I imagine the enemies just being like, alright, what's half of $9? What are we gonna take here?
Nice. I want to say this
And
game...
Onet is honestly huge. There are so many houses to check out and buildings here.
Yeah, and you can enter them all, I believe, unlike in Beginnings, where
Most of them.
Square doors.
And if you can't enter them, they at least have like a guy behind the door say something funny.
No vitality yet. See, I'm not familiar with the growth rates for stats in this game like I was in the original.
Yeah, me neither. That well. I mean, I know they're like general base stats, but stat growth I don't know very well.
I know this one at least tries to balance your stats out so you don't get super.
Yeah,
like,
you won't get low rolls.
I mean, you will, but like they'll even out in the long run.
Yeah, it'll compensate.
You can literally finish EarthBound Beginnings with Anna at 1 base offense. It's sufficiently unlucky.
It's so funny.
But at least she won't do any damage in confusion.
This is true.
Unless she can... I forget in that game if you can attack each other with PSI moves.
I would imagine yes, but I don't know for sure. You definitely can in this game. Oh boy, have I gotten game overs that way. Right when milk trucks used to be a thing. I don't remember if it's this hospital, but if you read one of the signs in the hospital, it's got like a really grim but kind of funny thing to say.
Do I need like 40 piles of lumber to show you that I'm serious?
It's like a Gen 5 Pokemon thing to do.
Yeah.
Add instruments to the song, but sadly it doesn't stick.
the village bridge this isn't.
What a great area that was. Diamondized because Final Fantasy has petrification and we don't want to copy it one word for word. Can you soften me up? I don't know why you'd ever go to this doctor to cure basic status effects that healing couldn't just do anyway. But the blue-haired healer you might need to go to for certain things.
Just in case these guys end up mashrumizing me. Okay,
At least you get
that's
paid
some
for it,
damage.
though. Pogo Punks are nice because they have a 50% chance to drop hamburgers.
Yeah, so I see.
If you want to do some early game grinding, honestly, these... well, on top of the fact that they're the only enemies here, just the fact that those guys give you lots of hamburgers makes them good grinding spots. You can just go in and out of the arcade to get spawns, because the sharks here
Nice.
only spawn... The sharks here only spawn around the arcade.
Yeah, it's the growth rates that I'm not familiar with. Like I said, 1/3. Nice. We are set on healing for now, I guess. Let's just go beat up Frank right now.
I mean, you can.
Aw.
Honestly, Frank is always pretty luck-based. Just depends on what he does.
Let's just continue getting smashes. Wow, that is a
Aw,
damage
that guy didn't
range.
make it in time.
Oh wait, no, that's a different attack. Never mind. It's like 6 to 15. Wow.
It's funny how there are certain enemies who have like the exact same wording for an attack, but it could be two different attacks. The Titanic Ant is an example of one, where he has two different attacks, but they're worded the exact same.
Well, this is bad. Should probably do something. And hope I get... Wait, okay, we're speed range, I guess. Well,
Yeah, Ness is typically the slowest character in this game, so almost always anticipate he's going to go second. Also, this this is an example of how a battle can turn bad early on.
well, like that, for instance. Good thing I had $4 on me.
Aw, unlucky.
Does that wipe my PP, though? Yes.
Yes, it does.
So I gotta
But you
find-
could just go back to mom.
I mean, sure. Or I could just waltz around the library hoping to find another butterfly. Yeah, let me
There
just-
are spots where you can kind of force magic butterflies to spawn, but that's usually reserved for dungeons only.
Yeah, I don't know where the spawn plates are, unfortunately.
Yeah, all the spawn tiles this game has, all over the entire game's map.
Where's the guaranteed mole playing rough?
To prevent a game-breaking glitch. I love it.
I
I
need
love
to
that so much.
I need to set my OSS flag. Oh, nice. Insta kills already.
To be fair, that's just the coil snake, the one EXP enemy.
I mean, like,
Hey,
if I,
Triforce coming.
if I kill another 10 of them, that'll do something at least.
It is free. I'm sure everybody likes that this game does that, though, where if you're... It actually depends not on your level, it's your offense stat specifically that determines if you insta-win battles.
I
Which
mean,
is like the one advantage to the Casey bat way later on.
I think it is level based for the green, or for green swirls maybe, and blue ones, or like normal ones, are based on like whether you could one round the enemies.
That's a good point. I don't actually remember what the swirls change or depend on. I definitely know offense matters though, because some people like to keep the KC bat later on to insta-win battles they otherwise couldn't.
I know there's some late game enemies where like the stats are calculated wrong, like when determining whether you can insta-kill something, like the HP rolls over and it thinks you can insta-kill it way sooner than you actually could.
Oh, really? That I don't know.
I'm not remembering offhand which one this
Honestly,
is.
I wouldn't be surprised if Starmen followed to that, considering you can insta-win Super Starmen in the base area. Which makes getting the Sword of Kings a lot easier. Getting way ahead of ourselves, but just food for thought.
Yeah, don't think I'll be going for that on stream.
As one shouldn't, honestly. Or any of those drops. What, you don't want to get the 1/128 pizza from a skate punk?
It would definitely make
right now?
Frankie's here.
Now's your only chance. Now's your only chance.
Maybe I should get one of those random things every stream. Okay, not for that price. Sorry.
That does sound good, actually. Cottage cheese on some nice bread right now.
Sheesh. Oh, what? I didn't think he was close enough.
The giant swarm.
Come on. Please die in one hit. Thank you.
Pogo Punks also have a 50% chance to just fall over, which is nice. At least I think it's 50.
I guess we're using
Maybe
the
not,
skate
considering
punk.
they have 3 attacks.
We're probably using the skate punk's drop table.
No, both matter.
Nice.
That's another problem with getting the Sword of Kings, is if both battles have 2 different Starmen, you could potentially get the rare drop from the regular Starmen, which is, I think a brain food lunch, maybe? Maybe it's a Sudden Guts pill, I don't remember. No, wait, it uses the Sudden Guts pill in battle, never mind. Integer overload is still a thing in modern games too, just look at Sword and Shield. Even though that's a very, very, like, go out of your way to do thing.
Couldn't have gotten that smash on the first guy before he called the yes man in.
Or EXP.
Yeah, we got a hamburger though, so it's not all bad.
You're breaking even in terms of HP output.
Honestly, this is a better use of my, Actually, I don't know how much that heals. Does the status menu tell me? I think it does.
What, life up?
Oh,
The life up
yeah.
spell's here for a lot of HP in EarthBound specifically,
Yeah,
way
never
more
mind.
than the other 2 games.
Okay, I
Life
don't.
Up Beta-
I've read everything.
Life Up Beta, meanwhile, is 300 HP, like, good grief. Kind of overkill. Kind of glad the other 2 games balance it better.
I don't think it's 1 in 100. I don't think Mother 3 has drops that rare.
The lowest Mother 3 goes is 3%.
Sort
But
of
you're probably thinking of the Monk Ulrus, which can drop a luxury banana, or the what's it called? Mystical gloves, sorry.
I don't know.
Which honestly, it's not that bad, but it could be annoying to be like, do I got the gloves yet? No, it's just another banana. Oh well.
How far are we from leveling again? Pretty far.
I was about to say usually enemies in this game only drop one thing, but that's not true. Like the UFO enemies can drop like 6 different items.
Yeah, various different rarities.
Yeah. Yep, Omega is just basically life up beta to all party members. Honestly, it might be more. It's more like, might be a little more than beta, honestly. It's probably like 400-ish.
I love the little Xevious music in this room.
I like this game's battle themes. There's a lot more than the first game. I like the sharks' designs too, by the way. Like, what are they wearing? Are they wearing, like, full-body suits or something?
With skeletons on them.
Like, I cannot tell what they're supposed to be wearing.
Yeah, we're definitely prepared for this. What's the worst that could happen?
He could either say naughty things to you for 3 turns and you'll win, or he could do his bad attack 3 times in a row. Honestly, Frank is just kind of a dice roll. Yep, that's what you don't want to see. If he brandishes a knife 3 times in a row, it's like, well, that's just too bad.
We'll attempt to hamburger.
He's only got like 60 HP.
That's not what we want to see.
What, your gut's going down by 0? He became tame. Now, thankfully, this one's a bit easier because it alternates between generating steam and then attacking, so you can always be sure when you should heal. But the one bad side is it has an attack called Tore Into You, which can deal a very large amount of damage. Also, I like this background. I don't know why.
Got that over with already. Didn't even level up.
You just leveled up last boss.
Look, man, it's early game. 76 experience should be able to do something.
The early game bosses don't really give you that much experience, honestly. Meanwhile, like, the late game bosses will give you like 6-digit experience or something ridiculous.
Purple. BH Purple. Bald head.
Didn't
purple.
get what it did. Yeah, I didn't get that until it was spelled out for me what it stands for.
Yeah?
Also, you can go back to Frank and he's a permanent full heal for the rest of the game, which is really nice.
Maybe I should take advantage of that.
But he's the full heal that doesn't count as sleeping, meaning you can't fix Jeff items with him, sadly. This game has a distinction between full heals that just heal you immediately and full heals that count as sleeping overnight.
Does that guy just say yeah when I pass him? I don't think I pressed any buttons.
Oh yeah, he talks to you automatically every time you come on the screen, no matter what it is.
That's funny. Oh cool, fruit juice.
I love fruit juice. I wouldn't drink a can I found in the trash can, but whatever. Did somebody just really throw away a full can of fruit juice? Huh.
What am I doing? I gotta go to the town hall. So far out of the way.
It's in the middle of town. I gotta cross the street for it.
Barge right in some sort of assembly meeting here.
Talk of the town. It's been like 2 minutes. News travels fast. Well, at least he has an office, unlike the Earthbound Beginnings mayor, who just kind of like sat in a chair. Do you think I'm important? Honestly, I've never really thought mayors in general to be that important of politicians, but whatever.
Probably depends on the city.
Yeah. That is fair.
Let's see if we're heading in the right direction. Don't think so.
Yeah, I'll still get lost in Onad every so often.
Have we talked to you? Possibly.
How many hamburgers do you have on you, by the way?
3 or 4?
It's always good to have at least a few before you go to the next area.
Yeah, we should be alright. Maybe I should actually buy that defensive thing.
Yeah, that would not be a bad idea, actually.
Where is the drugstore? Maybe save while we're
It's
at
just,
it too.
it was right up there. I know, that's very helpful, I'm sure, when you're live streaming. It's up there, but... It's north left, yes.
Oh, that is some money. I feel like I did this all the time in the other game too. Right, clicked one too many times.
Well, this game in particular, it's like, if you ever have to, like, do an input, it, like, pops up super fast after the text. It's, like,
Yeah.
immediately just, like, input.
Is Giant Step due west of here? Or maybe it's not actually.
Yeah, it's up and to the
No,
left.
yeah, actually, yeah, it's up to the right and then the left. There's a tree line in the way.
No, you can actually get through there. There's a little gap, but it probably would be faster to just go this way.
Oh yeah, there is a gap.
But you might run into a crow back there. Except the crows might be avoiding you by now.
Did I not get the key?
The
Okay.
key is in your inventory. Yeah, this is still some of those old game things where you gotta use it from your inventory. But at least this key disappears and you don't have to store it like a few other keys in this game.
I just leave it there for anyone else.
Yeah, he got the Mr. Baseball cap.
Maybe I should have faced this guy. Or maybe
These
it
guys
doesn't
are
matter.
really obnoxious. These guys
Unless
are
he
obnoxious.
smashes
They don't give a lot of
doors.
EXP. They don't give a lot of EXP and they can do a lot of damage.
Or
I also
none.
like that they're... Yeah, I mean, it's still luck. I like that those guys, since they're supposed to be getting crits on you often, they just have an insanely high gut stat. It's like really high.
Okay, I thought that was the way forward. I guess I was wrong. Didn't even see
Basically
that.
just like a zigzag.
Ironically, this is the stronger thing. This is gonna waste my time, I see.
Yeah, the Antoids are really obnoxious. They can call for help and they can heal. And they do a lot of damage too.
Time to use that to clip through a wall someplace.
I mean, they are useful items, though. Kind of weird when you think about it, though, that this game doesn't have a run button. It's the only one that doesn't. You just have to use these sandwiches.
Just have to use emulator speed up. Unfortunately,
It
Wii U
counts.
VC is a very bad emulator.
What, I can't open up... It's not like ZSNES where I can put it to like 1000 speed.
At least it's got a save state. You don't have to make such a... Okay, never mind. Maybe if it happens multiple times, you can make a big deal out of it. Yeah,
You
I
got
don't
one
have
party member,
PK, whatever.
damage adds up fast. Yeah, that's level 8 when you learn it.
Guess we can use this.
You're one level off.
Come on, now I hit a trigger, and now it's just only smash attacks.
You opened up the skip sandwich box. That's the trigger.
At least now I can run away from them, in theory. Yeah, let's not. There, see? There's nothing in here.
Nope.
I haven't seen any of the slugs yet. I'm sure I will at some point. I see a
They're up
bunch
the
of
ladder.
ants. Not that one, apparently. This area is bigger than I remember it being. We are gonna try that again. Wow, so many ants. Like 7.
Yeah, thankfully, it's fairly easy to just force encounters away in this game. Oh hey, it's the cold remedy that cures more than just colds.
Do I even have healing alpha yet? I probably do, I just haven't paid attention.
They gave it to you so early, but you don't really get status effects very early on.
Why do I keep hitting X? It must be the Pokemon, like, menu button.
Huh. Yeah, they do. The ants, you can't tell the difference between the ants and the slugs on the map screen. Overworld.
Is there anything further over there, or should I just go up?
What, up?
Up the rope?
You're asking if there's like a cave? No. You might want to heal right now. Both these enemies can hit pretty hard.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Ness is very slow, and you always gotta preemptively heal in this game, early on at least.
Yep. It only takes 2 enemies. This gets more manageable later on, presumably. I assume it's faster to just go home from this point, but... Actually, this will probably be green, right?
So the Rowdy Mouse has a gut stat of 225.
That's sufficient, I think.
What's funny is it still doesn't even feel like 50% chance. It probably
I don't think
is,
it
but
is.
it doesn't
I
feel
don't think
like
it is.
Yeah.
It's out of 512 or something. So it's still slightly under 50%.
Some chili and scoot up to bed, and then wake up with horrible indigestion.
221. I only have to farm like 50 more runaway dogs. You are not. I'm not engaging. I don't trust you to not. I'm going the wrong way again. Trust you to not somehow not get OHKO'd.
Speaking of going this way, you don't want to go see that dude's house.
Whom? Liar exaggerate?
Yeah, because you can go in his house now. You don't ever have to go up there, but there's like plot stuff, something, yada yada.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if stats can go over 255 even with equipment. Honestly,
Nope.
don't remember.
Max is out at 255. Again, unless there's some sort of crazy stat overflow stuff that I don't know about. Man, what game is it where it's like, if your stats get too high, they like roll over back to like 1 and it's really bad? I forget what game that is. It's not like a Gen 1 Pokemon thing, is it?
I
don't
don't think
remember.
so. Everything else that could possibly happen,
I know.
yes, but
I know, I'm like, take your pick of things that you could do in that game.
alright. Eating garlic. So clearly this is my dad.
Yeah, this is Wario. What are you talking about?
We've established.
There's like when you check the statue, there's like a unique like sound effect that plays only there in the entire game.
Is that like the do 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 sound or whatever? I feel like that plays
yeah,
other
yeah.
times that statue is around.
You never get to inspect it anywhere else though, until you actually fight it anyway. Spoiler. No, it is this game. Yeah, I forgot. If you use like rock candy shenanigans to increase your stats too high, they'll roll over back to like 2.
Huh.
But well, offense and defense don't do that apparently, but other stats do, like guts, vitality, IQ, speed, and luck do.
The game tries to lower your HP by like 900.
HP PP will increase beyond 999, but show as it is wrapped around due to limited storage space.
Thank you.
I was gonna say I thought this game had a weird stat thing that would happen.
At least they didn't pair up. Well, don't like this. Feel like I've committed at this point. Time to use invincibility from this encounter to get out of here.
Skip sandwich.
Yeah, that's also an option, I suppose. Gosh, man. I swear you have less than a 50% chance of critting. Yeah, get out of there.
You should take the slugs because the mice can't join that fight.
I would
They
think,
can join with antoid. They can join with antoids, but not the slugs.
I would think the slugs are less of a problem, but apparently they're more of a problem.
No, they're really not. They're slower than Ness, as I would have.
As
hope.
one would expect. Gosh, this is so fast.
They're slower than Ness, and they don't do anything unless you, like, keep them alive for more than 3 turns. And they give a lot of experience.
And these give a fair bit, too. Alright. Where's bread when you need it?
This game has exit mice that you can get on very specific occasions.
Nice. How does it feel? I don't think that critical hits are based on, like, relative guts, like they were relative fight stats in EarthBound Beginnings. Like, in EarthBound Beginnings,
I don't recall.
if you have a fair bit
Yeah,
more...
it's like the difference.
Yeah, basically. Like, once you have a certain amount more fight than the opponent, then they can't crit, and you get more crits. There's a little narrow range if you're close to each other's fight stats that you can both crit each other.
I don't think this game works that way since you can crit basically anything in the game. Well, unless you're Jeff, anyway. Because only basic bash type attacks can get smash attacks, because Oh boys, does this game have a lot of different versions of basic attacks.
Well, this is bad.
This is
Come
very
on.
bad, actually.
You can't spawn me a little closer? Okay, at least I am here this time.
Sure is early game Earthbound here.
This is probably more game overs than I had the entire Earthbound beginning stream series.
Though, to be fair, I've never seen black antoids spawn there as much as they have. I usually see slugs. And also, to be fair, I just try to avoid the mice as much as I can. I don't like fighting them. Just give me the slugs all day.
At least I'll level up and get rocking before too long.
You pretty much are required to have it for the next boss, honestly.
This is what I get.
The chance
for
of
fighting
beating
French
that,
so
the chance
early.
of beating, the chance of beating it without rocking is like absurdly low. I like that you're thinking of going the other way.
This time you spawned me a butterfly. I love the tune in that little house.
Oh, it plays that one? I love that one.
Okay, fine, slugs. Nope, 4 ants. Alright, that wasn't expected. They really are weak. Yeah, see ya, guys. You know, I take it back.
Oh, wow.
We'll see if we can convince our way through the mouse.
Was that actually? Huh. Because
I
you
assume
can
it was.
Huh.
I don't think
Because you can insta-win antoids pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't think I one-shot him. Not yet, at least.
You're right, but for whatever reason, it's easy to insta-kill antoids on the field. I don't know why. At least I think it is.
I need to learn how to do the stutter step thing.
That does look... That looks very difficult to do, honestly.
You just gotta get the right rhythm.
Well, easy experience.
It's a bit much. For how for how quickly they go down. 108. Why are there so many of them now?
It's Earthbound spawns.
Where were
for you.
these at level 6?
Earthbound spawns are like, there's either going to be 0 enemies in a dungeon, or there's going to be like 20, all at the same time. I was watching a speed run of this game not too long ago, and he got through Belch's factory with seeing 0 fobbies, and he was like, I have never seen this before, ever, playing this video game. Like, not a single one spawned.
Six. Ah, dang it.
This game can have 6 enemies on the field at once.
At least it's only 2 at a time, and I've got plenty of health for now.
2 at a time for now.
Good. Thank you for healing the other guy.
He's just being courteous to his buddy. Huh, damage range there. I guess they probably have like 34 health or something.
These have to be slugs, presumably. This just seems like a time to use rockin'.
Yeah, because you can force a magic butterfly spawn in this dungeon very easily. Like, you know that one little spot where you go outside for a little bit?
I don't recall offhand, no. That is some damage range there. 65 to 100.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice, nice.
And thankfully, because they're so slow, that should make Rocket not fail as much, because for some reason, PSI rocking has a chance to just not work altogether, depending on your speed stat. I don't know why it's speed, but it just is. Yeah, it's right there. You can just go in and out of the entrances to force magic butterflies to spawn.
Assume there's nothing here. Nope. What's the worst one Antoid could do?
Call 3 Antoids, obviously.
Keep doing that. Or damage range, that works too. Nice. I don't think it's worth my while to go down there. Is there even anything there?
No. I don't know why ants like to spawn there, but they just do, I guess.
Yeah, that's even worse. Please spawn nothing. Stop.
Oh god, stop.
Come on! Is this 100% spawn plate? That's Cloud
Don't think so.
Canine. 1/3.
To be fair, it has been a while.
You just don't want to attack. Stop! Attack and miss! That's all I want you to do. That was almost as time-consuming as 3 slugs. I'm not gonna try to move, because they're gonna end up first striking me. Dang it. Okay, good. Barely in range. There was an null. Ness took it. I keep expecting to have to walk around those little pegs. Whatever.
Use a hamburger. You need all your PP for this guy.
Okay, fine.
The best strategy for this boss is just spam rockin' as much as you can.
I have exactly 3 uses.
Well, as much as you can, because he can use PSI Magnet, which is pretty much the worst thing he can do, honestly. This is genuinely a pretty tricky boss, depending on what he wants to do. I'm kind of sad this song. I'm kind of sad this song became a bit of a meme, because this is one of my absolute favorite songs.
I didn't even see there was a second Antoid. I like that they both tried.
Yeah,
to
there
roll.
is. He's behind it.
Ouch! Yeah, I see what you mean with the 2 different attacks.
Yeah, he has biting attack that does like 20-ish damage, and then he has a biting attack that can deal as much as 45 damage.
Oh, why would you do that?
And
that's just for physical.
And they're both
attacks,
worded
though,
the
right?
same. Yes. Yeah, they give him shield, and you have no way to break it other than just breaking it with 3 physical hits, or hopefully a smash attack. Smash attacks ignore shields and get rid of them at the same time.
Attack first. Dang it. You weren't supposed to do that. That was a really low amount of HP. Alright, that was easy enough.
It was easy because you got enough rockins off, thankfully. He didn't drain all your PP.
The grind. The unintentional grind to level 9.
I like that the 8 melodies are split up in this game, but the first one has how much of the song?
Yeah, I mean, they're equal portions, but the melodies themselves are not very balanced. Earthbound Beginnings had made them all feel meaty enough. This one, it's just like the last one is, duh.
It's one note. It's one note.
It's like I could have filled that in myself, actually. You know, do we really need to go all the way to this like underground?
Like way under the Earth's crust. But then this first one here is like how much of the song? It's like da 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 da.
That's true. It's even got a pickup.
Yeah, it's so much. And thankfully, regardless of your level, once you beat a sanctuary boss in that dungeon, the enemies will always just avoid you, unless you run into them. I mean,
Yeah, I gotta get the experience on the way out, especially if I
easy
find
back attacks.
I know if I find individual ones, no reason not to. Might just give me the kill on most things.
It should.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, Sanctuary Guardian boss theme is one of my favorite songs from these games.
Okay, no.
It's also a remix. It's also a remix of the Dangerous battle theme from Beginnings, but
Yeah.
I like this rendition a lot more.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Ta-da.
Yeah,
Maybe I'd like the Beginnings version more if it didn't play for like 60% of the enemies.
because what fights aren't dangerous in that game? Let's be real.
But honestly, I sort of feel that way with this game's like weird enemy theme, because it plays for like half the enemies in this game. That just like da 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 da. You know that one.
Come on, butterfly. I want my 5 PP back.
Well, you just don't. Well, you don't want to. You don't want to just go see Frank.
I mean, that's fair.
You don't have to spawn Frank.
Hold on, I gotta get my revenge. Oh, come on, he turned around.
Oops, made you look.
Serves you right. I don't think
That
he
must have
did
been
turn
satisfying.
around.
The back attacks in this game are a bit weird. You have to be more towards the like left or right side of their sprites for some of them. And then there's the Starman, which for some reason you could just like walk into from any angle and it'll be a back attack after they teleport.
It knew I was gonna miss. That's the only reason I didn't get a
Missed against an enemy who wasn't even looking at you.
In my defense, he's short.
I was recently just playing Xenoblade Chronicles, and I swear that's the only RPG I've ever played that guarantees a hit on a sleeping enemy. I swear it's the only game I've played that does that. So we go from one tough boss to yet another tough early game boss.
Where is the nearest phone?
The hotel, if you can find it, has a free phone. It's like to the right side of the town.
I feel like that truck just teleported out of nowhere.
Oh, it came out of nowhere.
I don't know why calling mom is an... Well, I guess it's an option if you get the homesickness, but calling her preventatively does not work.
That's how I used to think it worked, but no. Well,
That would
thankfully,
make
you can't even get
sense.
that yet. It would, but
Even if it only saved you for like 20 turns or so.
that's always the fun of an EarthBound playthrough is see if you can beat the whole game without ever getting homesick. It has happened to me before.
I feel like I only got homesick once last time I played. It was pretty early on.
Either that, or if I ever did, it was immediately cured by beating a sanctuary, because that will cure homesickness.
I guess the police office is not worth mentioning on the map here.
It's really not. I think it's near the bakery. It's either the hotel or the bakery that it's right next to. Thankfully, you can't even get homesickness at your level. You know, it'd be kind of funny to like somehow get Ness up to like level 17, and then he gets homesick in Onet.
Yeah. Blah blah. We don't enjoy.
Blah blah blah. Crawl back to your shack. I hope you're at least somewhat prepared for this, because this can give problems depending on what these guys want to do.
I've got like, I don't know.
A hamburger.
A hamburger. Oh gosh, I thought I had more than that. Well, at least we saved in
See what
out.
happens. You've got 6 life ups.
I should probably have paid attention to what that damage range was.
For which? The regular chops?
Yeah.
I like how it plays like the. I like that it plays the boss encounter for all these. Crushing chop is definitely the attack you don't want to see them spam.
That was a low roll. Sheesh. I assume that picked up on my mic.
What did? I didn't hear anything.
Gratuitous motorcycling.
Usually that does pick up, but I didn't hear it.
Probably picked up on stream, if not on Discord.
That's a nice HP boost.
Indeed.
I think the most I've ever had in one level up is a 45 HP.
Yeah, I was gonna
increase.
say the triple vitality.
Yeah.
Nice. A burger.
You know, a donut would be more fitting, but this game doesn't have that as a food item.
Ouch.
Ooh. You know, honestly, I thought that would do more if it was a smash attack.
My defense just isn't that high, I guess.
Captain Strong can be a pushover, or he can do the like.
Yeah, or he can do that multiple times.
Do this the suplex. Yeah, he can spam the suplex and deal like 60 damage with one attack.
Oh,
Jeez.
I've got a burger. I'm just gonna do extra damage.
Yeah, hopefully he just loses his temper over and over and over and does nothing.
Well, that should
Yeah, that submission hold attack could do a lot of damage.
Or it could do nothing, which is acceptable.
Yeah, clean. Fairly. Well, I don't know if I'd call those clean fights, but it could
Yeah.
have gone worse.
You know, SNES red. Same red that Mario wears.
Not kind of red, it's very red. This isn't like the Pokemon Platinum male trainer red hat, which is only kind of red. I like his line if you go back up there and talk to Captain Strong again.
Oh.
He says, "I've been playing EarthBound and I've been having a hard time with it." I can't beat this police officer boss fight. It's too hard. I don't think you go to a police station to get your license, though. At least I sure hope not.
I'll heal with Frank later. I just want some burgers and such at the moment. I don't know that they're that important.
To go.
Actually, I've got a couple
They
already.
can't hurt. They can never hurt, but...
Would help if I had cash on me. Time to sell all my cookies one by one. Maybe the cold remedy too. $3. Dang. Whoops.
Cold remedies were selling, definitely, just because it's literally PSI healing as an item.
Really? Oh wow, that's not bad either. I don't know how much longer I'll play tonight. I'll at least get to the next town and do some stuff there.
Clearing one of the major towns is good progress. I'd like one of everything on the menu.
Before the fake out at the beginning of the stream, which wasn't much of a fake out given that you could have just read the video title to see what I'd be playing. I totally forgot that I had 3D World on, like, I just have it on this system as opposed to...
That was your last
disc.
played game?
It wasn't my last played, it was just, like, a thing that I bought on digitally as opposed to physically. I need to remember.
I remember I had, like, I was one of those people who first bought Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. God, that game used to be on the Wii U. I barely remember that. And it's like, I have it on the disc, and it still, like, took up, like, more than half of, almost all of my Wii U's, like, system memory. Just the disc version.
From DLC or from, like, saving?
Like, just the game itself. Like, I think it was Breath of the Wild, but it was taking up so much space. I barely had room for anything else. But I also never had, like, an SD card. We used had SD cards, right? I just never had one for it.
Frank would make a decent party member, presumably. If he had that Teddy level of stat growth.
Yeah, he'd be using swords, right? He's already got the knife, so...
He needs a katana.
Literally, who the heck is gonna hold on to the butter knife from the... Which is it? The sweet little factory?
Yeah.
Whichever one of those you find it in, it's like, who's gonna hold on to this, honestly? That sentence has been ruined for me. They're like, I live rent-free here.
Do you have a limit of 2 of these?
Basically, this game's... I think so. Per house, at least. Basically, just this game's escape ropes. Thankfully, they'll work anywhere. Anywhere that's a dungeon, I mean. He's not gonna wait for you to go back to Mom's house.
Yeah, we'll just let those guys be.
Yeah, just... I try not to fight any mushroom enemies in this game if I can help it.
And now it's like fall or something. At the very least, turning that way.
The nice thing about the mushroom enemies is that they have the smallest sight range of field enemies in this game.
Yeah,
It's like a very small circle around them.
I can tell. They're really not rambling that hard.
As iconic as they are.
No option. Meanwhile, I have a town map, like, already. Didn't have to get it. Always found that weird.
Town map for Onet shows the towns for everywhere.
All the information
Oh wow,
is
actually,
there. Oh wow, that didn't
Oh,
kill.
wow. why would it? This is a new area. Oh, you meant the smash. I thought you were expecting to get an insta win on her.
No, but like, I was expecting to kill with 94 damage. Well, she has somewhere
200
between
EXP.
95 and 186 health. That narrows down the range slightly.
Wow, 200 EXP. You're worth like 8 slugs. You gotta talk to that guy in this hotel that they'll give you $50.
See, I don't remember any of this stuff. This is why I have co-commentators in chat.
If you just talk to this dude in the lobby like over and over and over, he'll just eventually give you $50.
I forgot that they added this as a Smash Brothers item. I feel like it never
I
happens.
know, right?
And even if it does happen, it rarely actually impacts anything.
Which is the honest opposite, I can say, for this game, where the mushroom status can be a huge nuisance if you leave it on too long.
Only marginally inconvenient on the field, though. What?
So, what? Huh? Pardon? Jeez.
Ka-ching! Couldn't bother to play the, the sound effect, I guess. Might as well deposit that. Or, you know, withdraw. Actually, let's see what is in the shop before we...
I love this entire closet just for the ATM machine.
I think I'm gonna pass on the bicycle. I don't have a million Pokebucks.
It's honestly super inconvenient to go out of your way to get, but I mean, it's there, I guess.
Maybe I should at least talk to them, though, so I can get the instant text.
Yeah.
Or however that glitch works.
Pictures taken instantaneously.
Isn't there an all photos category for, like, speedrunning this
Yeah,
game?
I think there is, yeah. It's like the weirdest extra category. I guess maybe not, but it's just very specific. Thank you, Mr. T.
We'll just withdraw it all and put back whatever we don't need.
I could be totally wrong, but as iconic as that Mr. T guy sprite is, I don't recall where it ever shows up for the rest of the game.
I think there's one in Foreside.
I do not remember. I just remember it being a lot more, like, unused, despite what I tend to remember from this game.
I don't know why I talked to this, but it's clear that there aren't any tickets.
Why are they selling tickets at the department store, though?
I mean, they do it in EarthBound Beginnings, too. the generous range for talking to folks. Okay, not that generous.
The Mr. T Sprite, like right outside this department store, like it's really not used often.
You didn't even give me the chance to say no.
Did you actually buy that?
Yes. Cookie? Okay.
It's yours. I'd like a
Uh,
cookie.
Sure. Well, unsure. I'm slightly short of max health anyway. Well, that seems not useful at the moment. I don't want to miss more often, so I guess there's actually nothing here. I'll buy a teddy bear, though. Why not?
Teddy bears I really like using. They're actually pretty dang useful. There's also a trick you can do with them, but if you don't know about it, where if you send them, if you get rid of a teddy bear with the Escargot Express and then you pick it back up through the service, it resets its HP.
Heh. I feel like this is more burgers than I need at this point. Also, more skip sandwiches.
Honestly, you don't really need the exit mouse,
Yeah.
but like, can I return this exit mouse?
I don't care if I lose some pocket change. 26 bucks won't make much of a difference in the long run. Sadly, I can't forward it to Jeff.
Honestly, honestly, a few hundred wouldn't either.
I like that the bus stop is worth showing as its own entity.
I'd imagine it would be in the real world, though. Town's a lot more smaller and straightforward compared to Onet, though.
Hey,
Or however you want
not
to,
Elmer.
or however you want to pronounce that town's name. I'm sorry, I don't know like contemporary music very well at all, so I barely know anything about the Blues Brothers. Although I love this music inside the theater, though. Bum, 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 bum.
This looks like quite the stand-up guy. This is in Paper Mario 64, apparently. You really need to get some better copyists.
If you do, that's fine by us.
What do we got all here? We got escape ropes. Or nothing. Never mind. We got random condiments. I need to get that, apparently.
That? The for sale sign?
Yeah.
It's an item I've always wanted to use more than I tend to. Is because you can use it pretty well, not anywhere, but you can use it in a lot of places to just get rid of items whenever you want. Copper bracelets, good to get, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I might see what else is here.
The only thing really worth getting is the copper bracelet, though. Everything else is just food items you can get.
Your teen years will be ruined. This just doesn't seem worth it.
These never do, unless for very specific things.
Like using infinite rock candies.
Fun fact, the carton of cream only works for literally one item in the entire game, and it's the banana.
Heh.
That's literally the only item it's for. And I don't even know what the tin of cocoa is used for. Like, what does that go good with?
Ever dread
I don't
knitted
even
its
remember.
brow?
Yeah, that's always funny to see.
Okay,
It's brow.
that's not cool, guy. I could have sold that for 7 big ones.
Huh, he doesn't tend to steal that often, honestly. Ugh, what a freak. Biting attack.
He doesn't apparently hit very often either.
I'd love to know the chance of, like, the enemy targeting a teddy bear, because it's always very high,
Yeah.
as opposed to attacking the actual party members.
We are to take this guy completely at his word.
This guy had totally different dialogue in the Japanese version. I forget what it was. It was something like he had more plot relevant stuff to say from what I remember.
Sounds plausible.
I think the Japanese version says that he was the one who like sold Paula to the cultists and he wants to get her back so that he's not an actual criminal. Something to that effect. Because in the English version, it's kind of random how he's just like, "Hey, get Paula back," even though I have no stake in this.
Ow! Runs maximally far away from me.
At least the band member caught it for you. Can I life up the bear?
This is is that a thing that I can do?
No, sadly. I assume life up only works for, like, living creatures.
How am I still carrying too many things? I thought
Yeah,
he
you
stole
just
the
didn't
burger.
you just have like 2 hamburgers? Huh. That is weird. Why is the hamburger still there?
Maybe he stole it from
Huh.
the teddy bear.
Oh god, this is gonna have like... This game probably has all these like weird TTYD-esque edge cases with like teddy bears probably.
This just seems useful.
It's weird. It's weird for how like slightly archaic some of the things in this game are. Like, and it's also somehow ahead of its time with asking you to sell the thing that you just unequipped.
Yeah.
Like, that's weirdly ahead of its time. God, it freaks me out that he has no, like, walk animation. He just slides around.
The teddy bear?
No, Everdread. Like, he doesn't move his legs.
What does this look like? Is he literally lugging this giant, like, 4 foot tall, like, stuffed doll behind him? Boy, did that
Don't
dog
judge
take a
him.
roundabout path to not even get into the fight.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought it was just running away. It's like, I don't want to be part of this.
I didn't know that the teddy bears had that little health. Apparently right around 100. They was sitting
Took a
on...
good deal of punishment.
This is just a standard dog, right? Yeah, why on
Yeah,
earth
the
is it
runaway
being
dog.
so intent
So
on
aggro.
fighting me? Weird.
But then again, when you have control of Jeff, like, you can run into runaway dogs, but it's like a different version of the runaway dog.
See,
It just has the same name.
I always thought this cat was just like a sign, because it's massive. And then I find there's a cat with the same sprite in Summers,
Yeah.
which is still massive. I love the callback to this tune.
Yeah, me too. That's it's another case where I'd say I like it more than the original version too. Maybe it's not fair to compare like NES to SNES music, but no, I'd say it totally is because I think NES Snowman is probably my favorite.
I like that one. I like the Mother 3 one too.
Really, that's like my least favorite, honestly. I like this game's rendition of it more because it's so like soft and quiet.
Well, that's convenient.
This is going to be really useful for peaceful Rest Valley, that's for sure.
Will it make it that far?
I would hope so.
We'll just explode midway out the town.
Depends what weird enemies you could run into, because there's a surprising amount of weird enemies that can spawn in Twoson. Like, you haven't seen the annoying Reveler or the hippie.
I forget, do I need to invest now into Apple Kid, or can that wait?
Yes. No, you need it now.
Well, time to go back and get more money, I guess.
Honestly, I just hold on to a lot of money, because it's like... Honestly, a couple $100 really isn't that big a deal. If you do get a game over, I mean. Hopefully you won't. But yeah, you do, because the trigger for getting is the eraser is you have to have invested in Apple Kid, and you have to have the trigger is the pencil statue in Peaceful Rest Valley. It has to have appeared on screen. Like, you don't have to talk to it. It has to have showed up on the screen for the game to recognize that, hey, you've encountered this thing. We should probably spawn the pencil eraser now. Very strange.
Can't you do a fortune street and just pick the amount I have if I put in too much? I know that's not how real banks work. It's just so much more convenient that way. Taking away what you've spent, you should have nothing.
What have you been spending your money on?
Have you been, like, counting every dollar that I died and lost?
Taking away what you've spent and money that you've had robbed from you.
Seriously, what is with these dogs?
That is a good... How are you running into so many, like, Twoson enemies? I rarely see Twoson enemies spawn for me. And even then, they tend to spawn, like, outside the town limits, not, like, inside the town here.
We'll see what this guy's up to first, I suppose.
I was watching somebody play an EarthBound randomizer, and Orange Kid was one of his party members.
Duh.
Give you Suporma.
I appreciate your efforts. We'll just leave it at that.
In the OST, it's Apple Kid's house theme is like this track's name or something.
Mhm.
You remember like Coop did that video on like what food does Bomberto recognize as food?
I
You should
assume
do that with Apple Kid here. Should do that with Apple Kid here.
I assume in that game it's anything that restores HP.
But only HP, I think, right? Not FP. Like if
Yeah.
you give him, I don't think he'll take a honey syrup. Should do that with Apple Kid here. Like, what does he consider food? Will he consider a salt packet food?
What does this guy give me? I don't remember.
The receiver phone?
Oh, yeah. Probably important.
I wish this game didn't front load you with so many key items that you basically have to keep on you at all times, like the phone and the ATM card and the sound stone, etc.
Look, man, it's my stream. I'll do what I want. Let's read the back of every sign and see if they put any secret messages.
I've actually never seen that. I've never seen that line he says. Maybe you shouldn't spend too much time wandering around.
I know, man. All these encounters I'm getting to do.
I kind of find it funny. If you walk all the way down this road, there is a present, and I think it's just a skip sandwich to be like, alright, just get back.
Wow, I had no idea this road was this long. Oh,
This is where you take the bus to, you know?
no enemies on this road, naturally. We'll use the one we've got. What use has it been thus far?
It is nice of them to put one here, though. I forget if the timer for the skip sandwich ticks down while there's text on screen. I think it does, actually.
I love this one offense raising. Well,
Well, he doesn't call for your mother in this game. No, he can figure the lengths of things easily, though. Alright, he makes up for it in the end. You gonna get the toothbrush drop?
nope.
No, sad. Sad.
I got the vitality point, though, and that's all that matters. I don't remember from which direction we exit.
To the right of the bus station.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Also, yes, the New Age Retro Hippie is one of 2 times they use that battle theme. For the hippie and for Frank. The Johnny Be Good song, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, that's more or less how it works in the original game.
I'd prefer the original's rendition of it, though.
Well, head a bit further, I suppose. If my Wii U gamepad battery persists.
All of 2 hours.
Sadly, I'm not using a Pro Controller. I don't own one, actually.
I do, and I swear, it somehow holds charges for, like, an absurd amount of time. Like, I will go days without it being charged, and it's totally fine. It's so weird.
To be fair, completing the charge would require using the Wii U. Come on, you couldn't have tried training that from the teddy bear? I mean, that's fair. Like, the Wii U does have 3D World. So that's still a reason to keep playing it.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
Oh, hi.
The Wii U is just now my Xenoblade Chronicles X machine, I guess.
It's my e-reader levels machine. My
I guess-
EarthBound machine for now.
What? Just get it on your new 3DS. If you have one, anyway.
No, it's one of the 4 that I have. Does she actually buy mushrooms from off your head, or is she just here for color?
Yeah. No, I think she does. Yeah.
That's funny.
So that you don't have to go back to the freaking hospital. But there actually are no mushroom spawns in Peaceful Rest Valley. Instead, we got a whole bunch of really annoying enemies. This area is...
Or
This is one of
none.
my least favorite areas in the game. Peaceful Rest Valleys just can be so annoying to get through depending on how enemies spawn. For some weird reason. And now we have to leave. Leave and go all the way back to Twoson to get the phone call from Apple Kid or something.
This would have been a
No
time
problem
to
here.
save the skip sandwich for, I suppose.
Would you like to know how to survive battles?
The trick is to not
Kinda
get
had
into
to survive plenty. Yeah, it really is. I would legitimately recommend that too. If you're just trying to get through Peaceful Rest Valley, don't fight as often as you can. It's really not worth it. This place is pretty long.
them. Also works for the majority of EarthBound beginnings. Just
It really
like,
does.
just power through, know the 3 enemies in the game you can actually kill if you get into a fight with them early, and then beat the game at like the minimum possible level. And do all
So
your farming
true.
when you've got Eve in the party.
So true.
It's hilarious that on the playthrough I did on stream, I ended up getting the Dragon's Melody last, just because I was
Yeah.
barely high enough level to obtain it.
Just powers through Mount Itoy.
I feel like
It is good that you have a teddy bear though, because you have a chance of them wasting like PSI and status moves on the teddy bear.
Yeah. I thought I was targeting the mushroom.
You won't really see it here, but
Dang
I do
you.
like that the teddy bear can't be damaged by PSI either, which is kind of funny. Like if it gets hit by PSI freeze, it won't take any damage
Huh.
because it's not a living creature. It doesn't care about the cold.
Uh-oh, the mushroom is my dad. or the apple kid, that's right, that's the thing. Now the mushroom's gonna make me go into the cave again.
It's like on a timer. It's like every whatever time your D-pad rotates 90 degrees. I forget how long. Like 90 seconds, I want to say? I could be wrong.
That's green, I guess. We'll take it.
Huh. Weird.
Nice.
Here's a surprise opening attack that you can possibly whiff.
Or hit myself with, if that's a thing.
It is. Is it?
I don't know.
No, actually, like, does the mushroom let you hit yourself? I don't remember.
I don't think this is
I know it hits
Pokemon.
other people, but I know it hits other people, but I don't remember if you can hit yourself.
Where
Well,
is
you
the
can't hit
nearest-
yourself if you use an AOE PSI move. You can hit yourself with it.
Also, the Wii U light just turned red. This thing really doesn't
Yeah.
have all that much in the way of battery power.
It never has the gamepad.
The one thing that makes it not the perfect Nintendo controller. Where are you, Apple Kid?
He told you in the phone call he's at Berglund Park.
Right. So don't mind me. I'm relearning
Tisk
my
tisk
controls.
tisk 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 text smasher over here.
Look, text is just to trigger story events.
It's just a medium to continue the game.
Where?
He's down like below.
Oh yeah. No, sorry.
Like
The
hi-
where was
out
like,
here
where are
hiding.
my controls? More so than anything.
I thought you were wondering where he is.
Can I get rid of this mushroom? Is that taking up inventory space?
It's taking up space, but not from
Nice.
your pockets or,
Can I
or
sell the
backpack.
broken machine?
I honestly would get rid of it. It's really, even when Jeff fixes it, it's not useful.
Like, I feel like I could buy other things. Oh, fine. Have a hamburger.
To be fair, would you buy a broken machine if somebody was selling it to you?
I'd probably be more willing to buy that than a hamburger off some random guy on the street. Where is the nearest healer?
They're in the hospitals.
Seems so redundant. Dang it.
Hey, it's this enemy. I forgot about this guy. Unassuming local guy. He is pretty unassuming. Except for those creepy eyes he's got. He's got like 5 o'clock shadow except for his eyeballs.
Where is the hospital from here? Okay.
It's all the way up and left of the town.
Okay, that's Dad. Look, I'm working on it, okay? I want to progress the story slightly.
Hello, it's your
at
dad.
least.
It's me, the teddy bear.
I suppose this is as good a time as any to stop, but let's at least get rid of this thing first. Just gonna reverse my controls right back to normal right before it happens. I like that you literally make money by doing this.
I know. It is helpful, I guess. Though you may not believe it, I am actually your dad. Hello, it's your dad.
Save me from the hippies. They have rulers.
There is actually like one, not, I wouldn't call it plot important, but if you check one of the small houses like below the theater, like one of them mentions something about, hey, like my daughter's going to be a singer at Forside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and also that blonde dude you saw driving a car, you can actually talk to him.
Yeah, I know.
If you manage to catch him.
Actually, no, I suppose I really should reset the game every so often if I want to get dad calls in random places every 2+ hours.
I've never understood this feature from these games, the whole like, do you want to stop playing, except it sort of just soft locks your game.
They knew it would eventually, like, port it to the Wii U, where that would be a common thing. Remember when every other Wii and Wii U game was telling you should take breaks every 30 minutes?
Take breaks.
It was on, like, just one of the loading screen quips in the original Wii Sports.
Did the Wii U 3D World ever do that? I feel like it was a thing that game did, but I don't remember.
I don't think so. Oh, look at that offense. How much of that is actually my stats? Look at that speed. If this were Chrono Trigger, that'd still be kind of sad.
It really would. He'll get there. It'll just take a very long time for his speed to be up to par.
Where are those quick capsules when you need them?
I do tend to save my speed capsules for nets, though. Like what little there are.
These HP values look just ridiculously high compared to the beginnings.
They really do, don't they?
120 is like end game stats if you're doing
That's
it at
max,
a low level.
max stats.
All right. Actually, do we have any other PSI of interest? I guess not. Nest doesn't really get much. What's the official 50? That's not right. That or I was getting crazy lucky on those enemies.
It's a very generous range.
50 must be the
Except no,
low
that's,
end.
That's like honestly just not correct. It usually tends to do like 70-ish on average.
I was gonna say 50 is just not right. Don't undersell
50
it.
is like the lowest it could probably ever do, like ever.
Yeah, physical attacks.
I've never seen it do that
I need
low.
to remember this exists, because this could be useful, especially when Paula's like barely existent.
Shield?
Yeah.
Well, it would be if enemies in Peaceful Rest Valley didn't have shoot-type attacks, which ignore PSI shield, which is unfortunate.
You know, back in my day, all attacks were physical, including PSI.
Yeah,
Except Beam.
this is EarthBound.
Actually, I think even
This is
Beam.
EarthBound.
I think literally everything was halved by shields.
Yes, it was. It was just a flat take half damage from this effect.
I feel like I should have something here, but I guess it's only pendants and similar things.
Oh, you didn't get the travel charm from the dudes outside the shack? Not that the travel charm is useful, it just gives you immunity paralysis and that's it. It doesn't give you any stat buffs.
Yeah, we'll live, I think.
I'm sure you will. Hopefully, Peaceful Rest Valley might be obnoxious, depending on what happens.
Well, Microsoft account whatever thing notification. I guess that signals the end of the stream. Well, I will see you guys around next early week, where we'll continue and save Paula or something.
She can hold out for a week, don't worry.
Again, we got 10 years. Like, Buzz gave us a like, worst case scenario.
By the time Ness is 22 or 23, he'll have to worry about it.
Anyhow,